is a worse dad, the balloon boy father or Jon Gosselin? Last night, we got reaction from Jon.
Jon Gosselin back in New York City with girlfriend Haley Glassman. The two smooching it up on a handsome cab. Jon asked about his take on Balloon Boy's dad, saying, quote, "I think there should be some repercussions. People shouldn't be able to get away with stuff like that."
You know what I mean?
Yes, we do, Jon. Yes, we do. But the question still remains, who's a worse dad? You, Jon, or the balloon boy father?
I mean, not even a conversation. Richard Heaney is a disaster. If these allegations are true, he's a monster. It's crazy. He has his kids throwing up and, like, sitting through it.
The question is, who is the worst dad? Now, I say that Jon Gosselin's worst dad only because we've got so much more evidence from Jon. We've only known about Balloon Boy's dad for a little while. We've known about Jon Gosselin now for, God, was it 30, 40 years, it seems like.
Well, listen, I understand where you're coming from, but I have to agree with my girl, Bethany. Heaney, the balloon boy, that father is horrible.
You know what I think?
What?
I think it's a race to the bottom.
Who's the worst husband?
All right, the worst dad award may go on this panel to Balloon Boy's dad. Take a look at this unsettling new footage and his disturbing comments about children.
The comments made on Heaney's internet show, The Science Detectives. Heaney trying out experiments like this one, launching a rocket.
You see that? 60 pounds worth of rocket. 60 pounds? That's like launching one of my little children.
You hear that, Chris? Nice. He compared launching a rocket to launching a kid.
All right, now hang on a second. You guys are right. It is not fair to treat your kids like NASA chimps. Gosselin, you're safe. Balloon Boy dad, you are the worst.
Bam.
We will have more on Jon Gosselin coming up later in the show as Kate opens up to VanityFair.com. Her new confessions about the kids' erratic behavior. Are they turning against her now that their dad is gone? That story in moments. That would be Kate Gosselin.
That's right, Lara. We have Kate's brand new Vanity Fair confessions. With Jon away from home, are her kids turning against her? Time to go in depth.
Oh, so stupid! I wasn't in behind her!
Who can be surprised that 8 children caught in the middle of this tabloid mania are acting out?
An all-new Kate confession to VanityFair.com.
She said that the children are acting out, that they're missing their father, they're missing her when she's not there, when he's with them.
I know that they're suffering.
Hello, I need your help.
We've seen firsthand Kate's own very public outbursts.
You need to stop playing toys and come help.
Now, Jon is revealing to The Insider his fears that the kids may be taking after their mom's bad behavior.
The pattern of Kate moving into, like, my daughter Madeline, and now transcending into my daughter Kara. You know, drama and drama feeds everything.
Jon credits his children's erratic behavior to Kate keeping him away.
Well, now Kate's saying that, you know, I can't come home or I can't be here and there, and, you know, they're not deaf. They can hear it.
While there's no evidence the kids are turning against Kate, she does wonder why they're acting out, telling VanityFair.com, quote, "because it's all interrelated. I mean, they don't see it, but it's all interconnected." And there is plenty more information emerging on the Goslins.
Take a look at what we have for tomorrow's show.
Kate Gosselin, her just-announced TV sit-down, and what Jon says about the divorce.
This is a competition. Who's right, who's wrong?
The Gosselin kids' meltdown, fighting, name-calling, and back-talking. Us Weekly on Stan's Friday puts the blame squarely in the laps of the parents. As a Family Insider confides, quote, "Jon and Kate are so consumed with money and fame, they lost sight of what's important, the kids' well-being."
The kids are definitely suffering. There was a period of 7 days where they didn't see Kate or Jon at all, and they were being taken care of by nannies.
So stupid!
The result, as one might expect, a lot of acting out. Usually Sweet Maddie got into trouble at school. Even the 5-year-old sextuplets are misbehaving.
They talk back more and they hit now.
Jon and Kate are heading back to court, but what's on the docket now? Here is the latest news. The war of the Gosselins continues Monday. Jon must show the judge that he followed the previous order, which required him to return $180,000 he withdrew from the couple's joint marital funds. Kate, meanwhile, must present documentation of her past expenses.
The judge gave Jon and Kate a choice. Either you settle or I'll decide for you.
As the financial wrangling continues, there is no date for when the divorce will become final. The time varies in the state of Pennsylvania.
I want to comment on you withdrawing the alimony from Jon?
Kate Gosselin ignores the paps while she talks on the phone and gets into her car yesterday in Pennsylvania, but the reality mom won't be ducking the tough questions for long. TLC announced they'll be replacing Monday's regularly scheduled episode of Jon and Kate Plus 8 for a 1-hour special titled You Ask, Kate Answers. Kate will address questions submitted by viewers about the show, her life, and what's in store next. Coincidentally, Jon and Kate are due in court to take on financial issues the same day.
On to a couple who probably won't be working with each other anytime soon, Jon and Kate. And we've covered their ugly split from the very beginning. Tonight, Ken Baker investigates the fate of the Goslins' children with insight from Jon's new BFF. Jason has the story.
I have to tell you, the kids love him dearly, he loves the kids dearly, and you can see how close they are.
Michael Lohan, the very public father of Lindsay, recently spent a weekend at home with Jon Gosselin and his kids. He told our Ken Baker why the father of 8 suddenly wants his children off TV.
Does Jon feel as though the kids are being exploited?
He's just very concerned about it. When you're happily married and the kids are in that kind of a place, it's one thing. But when you're going through a divorce situation, kids are very intuitive.
Jon's announcement came after he found out TLC had decided to scale down his role on the show, leading Kate to speculate that's why he wants it canceled. She tells people, quote, I told the kids we weren't filming. Times 8, there was wailing and sobbing. It is not harmful to them. They are angry.
Take me inside the Gosselin house. We walk in, Jon's there with the kids. What do I see?
They saw a very, very normal family. It's one thing to see these children on television, but when you take one of their faces in your hand and you look at them and you can see the gleam in their eyes, they're adorable, adorable, blessed kids.
But the divorce is taking a toll on the 8, according to Kate, who told Vanity Fair they're acting out of line. I'm trying to look deeper into why that is. They miss him. To make matters worse, Jon and Kate may also face a potential legal battle with the state of Pennsylvania for possibly violating child labor laws.
The investigation into Jon and Kate Plus 8 is taking place here in the state capital of Harrisburg. An official close to the investigation sat down with me exclusively to discuss the case.
For a minor under the age of 18 to participate in any performance that is taking place or being filmed in Pennsylvania, a special permit is required.
Permits which Jon and Kate apparently do not have. TLC says location permits are not required for documentary filmmaking, and the show fully complies with all laws. Regardless of how the investigation turns out, what about the long-term effect of all the media attention? A local columnist who follows the family closely says it could be a rough road.
Looking back now, I think, what are the kids going to do, say, when they're old enough to really understand and they go back and they start watching these shows? It's just a disaster, a fiasco in the making.